Good evening, everyone. We're here today to brief you on a child pornography search warrant and arrest we're making of Alexander Kachlahoff. Alexander is 21 years old. His mother and father own this elite world gymnastics group. They have sent groups competing all around the country, I understand, and possibly overseas. Here's what we know. We received information that Alexander was dealing in or downloading child pornography. Our detectives investigated this young man who is 21 years of age and determined that he is a coach. He is a gymnastics coach of children from the ages of 3 to 15. He has, in fact, done private and group lessons and still does that. In fact, he was on the Junior Olympic team, according to him, in 2013 and 2014. When we served the search warrant at the business this afternoon, he confessed. He said that he has been downloading child porn since 2011. It's important to understand that he told us, his statements are, I've never messed with a child, I've simply downloaded child porn. But here's what we're concerned about. Obviously, we know those that download and engage in child porn, both still photographs and videos, have a proclivity to or are subject to abusing children. There's absolutely no evidence that Alexander's done that at this time. But there are a lot of people that do business here, and they have very young children down to 3 years of age. We want to make sure that we don't miss anything at all. We will turn over every leaf in this investigation. We currently have our forensics team here, and they are discovering more child pornography in his thousands and thousands of files as we speak. He is initially being charged with 22 counts of child pornography. But if a child's ever come home and said that he or she was inappropriately touched, we want to know about that. But I underscore at this time, we have no indication of that. He has not confessed to that. He has simply confessed to downloading child pornography. I can tell you that our initial investigation tells us that he has also gone online and pretending to be a very young child, 13 to 14, 15 years of age, both a boy and a girl, in an effort to obtain child pornography. We don't know all of the details of the search warrant and won't until the investigation's concluded. We asked him, do you have an addiction? He said no, he considered it a problem, but he thought he could control it. So at this time, the investigation goes on. Everyone's being cooperative here. However, we know that he's in possession of at least 22 different video clips of children as young as 3 or 4 years of age engaged in child pornography and child erotica. And ladies and gentlemen, it's really sickening if you saw some of the things that my detectives have to see while they're investigating child pornography. So at this time, in conclusion, we will wrap up the initial investigation tonight. We'll brief you tomorrow if there's any additional charges or any additional information we discover. The search warrant's underway. And like I said, he says he's never abused a child. However, if your child has ever been taught here by him in an individual lesson or a group lesson, and you have had your child say that I was touched inappropriately, we want to know about that. Are there any questions?
Sheriff, any indication that the parents parents knew that this was going on, that his parents, I mean, obviously...
At this point in the investigation, there is no indication that his parents knew about it. His sister works here. He works here. There's no indication that anyone knew of his downloading of child pornography other than him. Of course, we are interviewing and talking to his parents, the owners of World Elite Gymnastics, and the investigation goes on.
And you're talking about the disgusting pictures this guy had, and he's considering this a problem that he could control?
You know, it's obvious to me he didn't control his problem. It's also obvious to me that he's actively coaching and teaching very young children, and he is, in fact, a child pornographer.
So
he is in possession of that.
Now.
You know, we can't speculate about what would have happened in the future. I can tell you that none of the child porn that we have discovered so far in this investigation gives us any indication that it occurred here or with local children. But the investigation's still underway.
Was he downloading and viewing it here?
He was downloading it and viewing it here. He absolutely was. He also, in the office here, there's a gym area, an office here, and bedrooms. He at least has lived here some portion of time.
Can you tell us where the tip came from?
I can't give you our confidential sources of where our tips come from. All right? Thank you very much. Y'all have a good evening.